Namaste and welcome to another short reading of an excerpt from Vashishta's Yoga. With the last segment where we heard about Ram becoming fully realized and with sage Vishwamitra revealing to the court of King Dashrath and all the sages who are collected there, who are assembled there, that Ram is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Ram himself acknowledges and proclaims to the whole court that there is nothing greater than self-knowledge. With that, we have come to the end of Vashishta's Yoga. There is this beautiful promise at the end of the last chapter that anyone who reads this exchange repeatedly, many times, between Sri Ram and sage Vashishta will attain self-realization and will be liberated. So we completed that in the last segment, and I offer my humble and grateful thanks to my Gurudev Ananta, who prodded me in the direction of reading this beautiful scripture. There is an addendum to Vashishta's Yoga, where a few great declarations from sections omitted in this edition have been compiled. It has been listed chapter-wise, section and chapter-wise. I may read a few of them. There's one that I'm going to read today, which is from section 3, chapter 2. It's a small story of sorts. It goes like this. There is a holy man named Akashaja, which means born of space, who is in constant meditation and who has the welfare of all at heart. He had lived for a long time when death desired to devour him. When death approached him, it had to struggle with a fierce fire that protected the holy man. And even after fending this off, it was unable to touch him. Bewildered by this extraordinary and unprecedented event, death went to Lord Yama, who presides over the destinies of mortals, and questioned him. Pray, Lord, tell me, why is it that I am unable to grasp him? Yama answered, In fact, O death, you do not really kill anyone. Death is really caused by one's own karma, the fruits of one's own actions. Hence, discover this man's fatal karma. But death could not discover the holy man's karma anywhere in the world. He reported back to Yama. Yama said, O death, this holy man Akashaja was truly born of space and is as pure as space. Hence, he has incurred no karma which can help you grasp him or devour him. Even as a barren woman's son, this holy man is not born. As he had no previous birth, karma, he has no mind and hence has not committed even a mental action which could bring him within your reach. He is nothing but a mass of intelligence. He appears to be a living being only in our eyes. In him, there does not exist any notion that could give rise to karma. Consciousness is reflected in consciousness, and the reflection assumes independence. It is the false assumption, not a real existence, and this holy man knows this truth. He who has an intelligence that has been rendered pure by the destruction of all inner impurities, has his heart illumined by the light of the self, obtained through inquiry into the self, seeing the worthlessness of birth and death, he dwells without fear or anxiety in the city, which is the body. Consciousness reflecting in consciousness shines as consciousness and exists as consciousness. Yet, to one who is ignorant, though considering oneself as wise and rational, there arises the notion that there has come into being and there exists something other than this consciousness. With that, we end this short excerpt from the addendum to Vashishta's Yoga. There are some further declarations that sage Vashishta makes that have been omitted from this edition. I may read some of them. They are standalone statements and it's not in the form of a story, but it is they are very powerful pointings to the truth. So I may read a few of them tomorrow and then close this fabulous scripture, Vashishta's Yoga, reading excerpts from Vashishta's Yoga. Thank you. Bye-bye.